You know that moment when your toddler goes from zero to nuclear meltdown before you've even had your coffee? The screaming over the wrong color cup. The tears because their socks feel wrong. The full body tantrum because you dared to suggest getting dressed. What if I told you there's a 15-minute morning routine that can prevent most of these meltdowns before they even start? And it's backed by actual child development research. I'm Sarah, a certified child behavior specialist and mom of 2 former meltdown champions. Stick around because I'm about to share the exact routine that transformed our mornings from chaotic nightmares into peaceful starts. And I'll show you why it works on a neurological level. Before we dive in, let me tell you why this routine is different. I've spent 8 years studying early childhood development, and I've worked with over 300 families struggling with morning meltdowns. But honestly, my biggest teacher was my daughter, Emma. 2 years ago, our mornings were a disaster. Every single day. She'd wake up, and within minutes, we'd be in full meltdown mode. I tried everything: sticker charts, earlier wake times, threats, bribes. Nothing worked. Then I learned about cortisol patterns in toddlers and something called regulatory capacity. That's when everything changed. So here's what you need to know. Most morning meltdowns aren't about behavior problems. They're about brain chemistry and nervous system regulation. And once I understood that, I could actually fix it. The science. Let me explain what's happening in your toddler's brain every morning. When toddlers wake up, their cortisol levels spike naturally. This is called the cortisol awakening response. But here's the problem. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that manages emotions and decisions, isn't fully developed. It won't be until they're in their mid-20s. So imagine this. Your toddler wakes up with stress hormones flooding their little body, but they don't have the brain tools to handle it. Then we add morning chaos, rushing, decisions, transitions, bright lights, loud noises. We're basically asking them to regulate something they're neurologically incapable of regulating. According to research from the journal Developmental Psychology, toddlers need predictable, calm routines to help their nervous systems regulate. When they don't get this, their bodies stay in fight or flight mode. And that's when you get the meltdown over the wrong breakfast bowl. Question for you. Have you noticed your toddler's meltdowns happen more when mornings are rushed or unpredictable? Drop a comment and let me know what triggers your little one's morning tantrums. The 15-minute routine. Okay, here's the routine that changed everything. And I promise, it's simpler than you think. Step 1. The dim wake up, minutes 1 to 3. When your toddler wakes up, keep lights dim for the first few minutes. This is huge. Bright lights trigger even more cortisol. Instead, open the door slowly, keep overhead lights off, and use natural light or a small lamp. Here's what I do with Emma. I sit next to her bed and speak softly. Good morning, sweetheart. Let's wake up slowly together. Sometimes I rub her back gently.
No rushing. No urgency.
The science here is beautiful. Researcher Dr. Bruce Perry calls this rhythmic, regulated interaction. It helps the nervous system shift from sleep to wake without panic. Step 2. The connection moment, minutes 4 to 6. Before anything else, before bathroom, breakfast, or getting dressed, spend 2 to 3 minutes in pure connection. This is non-negotiable. I call this filling the cup. Sit with your toddler. Make eye contact. Smile. Give hugs. Ask simple questions like, did you have good dreams? Or, what should we do today? Here's why this matters. Dr. Tina Payne Bryson, who wrote The Whole Brain Child, explains that connection activates the social engagement system in the brain. This actually calms the stress response. Your presence becomes the regulator they don't have yet. Real example. Last Tuesday, I skipped this step because we were running late. Emma had 3 meltdowns before 8 a.m. Wednesday, I did the full connection moment, even though we were still running late. 0 meltdowns. 0. Step 3. The choice offering, minutes 7 to 9. Now here's where parents usually go wrong. We give toddlers too many choices, or we give them none at all. Both trigger meltdowns. Instead, offer 2 simple choices that both work for you. Do you want the blue cup or the red cup? Do you want to wear your dinosaur shirt or your puppy shirt? Research from the University of Minnesota shows that giving toddlers limited choices helps them feel autonomous without overwhelming their decision-making capacity. This reduces power struggles by about 70%. The key is you're giving them control over small things, so they don't fight you on the big things. Step 4. The predictable sequence, minutes 10 to 13. Toddlers thrive on knowing what comes next. Uncertainty creates anxiety, and anxiety creates meltdowns. Every morning should follow the exact same order. For us, it's wake up, connection time, potty, get dressed, breakfast. Same order. Every single day. I created a simple visual schedule with pictures. Emma can see what's happening next. This activates the part of her brain that understands patterns and predictions, which is soothing. Dr. Ross Green, who developed the collaborative problem-solving approach, found that predictable routines reduce challenging behaviors by up to 60% in young children. Step 5. The buffer time, minutes 14 to 15. Here's the secret ingredient most parents miss: buffer time. Build in an extra 15 minutes to your morning. I know. You don't have extra time. But hear me out. When we rush, toddlers sense our stress. Their mirror neurons pick up on our anxiety, and their cortisol spikes even higher. But when you have buffer time, you can move slowly. You can handle the inevitable, I want to do it myself moments without panicking. Let me tell you about Marcus, a dad I worked with. His son had meltdowns every morning over getting in the car seat. We added 15 minutes of buffer time. Suddenly, Marcus could let his son climb in himself, which took 5 minutes instead of 30 seconds. Meltdowns stopped within a week. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Sarah, my toddler is different. This won't work for us. Stay with me because I'm about to address the 3 biggest mistakes parents make when trying morning routines and how to avoid them. Common mistakes. Mistake number 1. Starting too late. Most parents try to implement this routine after the meltdown has already started. But by then, your toddler's nervous system is already dysregulated. The fix: start this routine tomorrow, before problems happen. Consistency is what rewires the brain patterns. Mistake number 2, expecting immediate results. This isn't magic. It's neuroscience. And neuroscience takes time. The first few days, your toddler might actually resist the routine because it's new and different. The fix: commit to 2 weeks. Research shows it takes 10 to 14 days for new neural pathways to begin forming. After 2 weeks, if you've been consistent, you should see significant improvement. Mistake number 3, forgetting your own regulation. Your nervous system affects your toddler's nervous system. If you're stressed and rushed, they will be too. The fix: wake up 15 minutes before your toddler. Have your coffee. Take 3 deep breaths. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot regulate a dysregulated child when you're dysregulated yourself. Recap. Let's recap this game-changing routine. 1. Dim wake up for the first 3 minutes. 2. Connection moment before anything else. 3. Limited choices they can control. 4. Predictable sequence every single day. 5. Buffer time to remove the rush. Remember Emma, my daughter I mentioned? She went from daily meltdowns to maybe one rough morning every 2 weeks. Our mornings are now peaceful.
We laugh.
We connect. She actually asks to get dressed now. And this isn't just about stopping tantrums. You're literally helping your toddler's brain develop better self-regulation skills. These are skills they'll use for life. Now I want to hear from you. Which step are you going to try first tomorrow morning? Drop a comment below. And if you're struggling with bedtime battles too, let me know. Maybe that's my next video. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with other exhausted parents who need it. And subscribe because I post new evidence-based parenting strategies every week. Finally, share this video with one parent friend who needs peaceful mornings. Sometimes the best gift we can give each other is hope that things can get better. You've got this, parents. See you in the next one.